Hello, happy 2023. Welcome to Roll for Bowl. I am your DM Bin Competence. We are running Odyssey of the Dragonlords. These are the Dragonlords. Say hello, Dragonlords.
Hello,
Hello,
Dragon
Dragonlords.
Lords.
Wonderful, beautiful people on a quest inspired by Greek mythology. These heroes are here to save the continent of Thylia from the brewing war between the gods and the Titans. 4 people chosen by prophecy. And as they have moved towards the salvation of Thylia and to the downfall of the Titans, they've been derailed a little bit. See, one of our heroes, Callista, wave high Callista, made a bargain with one of the Titans and was whisked away, far away to a different part of the continent, and turned into a statue. That statue was then hidden. The heroes have found where the statue seems to be, but it seems to also be guarded very heavily. So what happens now? Now we find out. I am going to give everybody a chance to say hello. I'm going to roll them all randomly. When I pick you, introduce yourself, your character, and let's find out what your character's New Year's resolution would be if it were New Year's for them. We're playing too close with the calendar, but let me know. Also, I was on top of it for that introduction. I felt spicy on that one. That was good. Hello, Featherbird. I know who you are. Fatima, hi. Tammy's mom. You wonderful people. Fatima, thank you for the tip. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, everybody that's come here so far. Such a good note to start the year. Read, your character, and your character's resolution.
I'd never start first. This is weird.
You never do. It's a new year, baby.
All right. Well, I'm Reed. I play the human wizard Euphemian, who is now also a paladin. New Year's resolution. I don't think Euphemian is a New Year's resolution kind of guy. I think it's more, along the lines of if you think there's something that you need to do, you just do it and you don't worry about what the date on the calendar says.
Ooh, interesting. I love that, and I feel like that plays into some things tonight. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go one more time. And we're going to give this one to Jen. Jen, if you please feel free to go.
Well, hello, everybody. For 2023, my name is Jennifer. No, like that ever changed. Anyway, my character's name is Krayerin. He's a wood elf monk. I think if he had a New Year's resolution, I think he'd like to think about, getting a little bit more fit, trying to, I don't know, maybe have purity of body. I don't know, something like that.
I like that. I feel like we've got to make some joke about SEMA, but I like this.
Well, that's pure.
Fatima has a request that Cray resolve not to die anymore.
That too.
Up to you. How many?
Break it tonight.
For those because we got some new people, Cray has perma-died twice and has been knocked into death saves, 8 times?
I don't think I've had... know. Kiki will know.
Yep, definitely 8.
I don't think we've had a more shattered character than Krayerin, who keeps trucking along.
Cray plateaued at 8.
Yeah, that's for now. We'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, in case for the new viewers, 47 is the end of days, our countdown. 59 is our count up episode number, and the number 6 is how many more days we have till somebody gets a surprise.
Yeah. Hades out there like this guy again. Yes, very much so. Tammy, give us your intro.
All right, so I'm Tammy. I play Kiki, the Triton barbarian fighter, demigoddess. And for New Year's resolution, she doesn't bother with that. Euphemian totally stole my answer, but no, she doesn't think about that. She never gave it any thought before. But just now, just do your best every day. What the hell?
I like that.
Why do you have to start on the first day of the year. Just do it all the time. Be awesome all the time. Hello. Easy.
I love this. Callista, what would be yours?
Hi, I'm Allie, and my character is Callista, and she's a satyr, bard, warlock, and currently stone. Her New Year's resolution, if she were not a statue, she is absolutely a New Year's resolution person. Like, she is that person who makes 15 and breaks most of them at the beginning of the year.
Absolutely.
But hers for this year would probably be to think more about others, I think.
Oh,
Than
I
herself.
like that. I like that. One moment,
I would
please.
say that she already does, but Cray doesn't know nothing. So
She still
All
thinks
right.
she's selfish, y'all. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. How's my lighting adjusted a little bit? Okay, so there we go. Okay, so our heroes, I believe, are we ready to begin? Oh, before we begin, does anybody have any announcements? I believe we have discussions of merch and stuff.
Yeah, we can
Do you wanna
discuss
do-
merch. We've got a store in case you haven't been following the stream or anything like that. We do have a bunch of really interesting things. You can see that plastered all over Tammy's boobs. We've got a nice T-shirt. Bunch
Tammy's
of logo.
boobs not included.
Absolutely not included. Those you have to pay extra for. I got a water bottle that isn't showing up through my Discord background. And you can find all that fun stuff at what is it? Streamlabs.com/rollforbullets/merch. And I
Nice.
will put that in the chat as well.
And last thing before we get started, the stream you're watching is a professional stream. I'm a professional dungeon master. This is one of my groups that has generously decided to make their sessions available to all of you, and that has been a blast. I think we all are having fun. But if you want to join your own campaign, I'm opening up some new tables. I'm going to be trying to start a Curse of Strahd campaign soon, as well as a Patreon with my own original campaign. If you'd like to join any of those, I'm putting the link in chat. Go check out Start Playing Games, GM Bin Competence. The link is in there. Give me a message. I'd love to make a campaign for any of you or set something up. I'll even do Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Someone mentioned that to me once. Although you might have spoilers. All right. I think we are ready to begin. Tammy, I see you're not open in Roll20.
Oh,
But we don't need it yet. I just wanted to get ahead of you on that. So
it's there. I
let's
just didn't click launch game. I have a bad
let's
habit of doing that.
start with right now. The heroes are in Mitros, the grand capital of Thylia, the biggest city on the continent. They have met Okeanos, a very rich, very troubled man who who made a promise with the Titan Lutheria, and that promise resulted in his collection of statues being locked away in a bank vault guarded by druids. Callista, played by Allie, is currently AFK. But before we get to any of that, I think the story of tonight's session begins a few years ago. I think a few years ago, there was a bit of a ruckus at the Academy of Mitros. A bit of people running back and forth, professors, staff, people checking with each other, not really knowing exactly what was going on. In response to a large surge of people in the building that everybody was trying to attend to, some people were trying to give them room, some people were trying to shoo them. It was a little bit of chaos and a lot of food, which we'll come back to in a moment. But walking down the hallways is someone we'll call Euphemian. And Euphemian, as you see all this chaos, what are you doing at this exact moment? And hello, Bree.
I think I'm trying to basically sow as much chaos to, buy as much time as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
just, I would be disguised as the dean.
Mm-hmm.
And, sending people wrong way, sending them to the wrong place.
Yeah, excellent. I want you to make a performance check. We'll keep your current stats.
That's a 15.
That's a 15. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So you are sowing this discord when a gnomish professor walks up to you, sort of runs up to your hustle and says, "Excuse me, sir. Do you have what should we do? Should we call in the city guard right now, or should we maybe just open the doors, close the doors? I can close the gates, or what do you think we should be doing right now?" You recognize, obviously, one of your professors, Herodotus, who years from now would quiz you at a debate at the school, at the academy.
I will just sort of walk briskly. That's a stupid question. Go deal with it.
I know it's a. Okay, I'll deal with it. I'm doing what I can. Someone let them in. Someone. Why? There's rumors that you told everybody that you put out a call to let anybody come in for the feast. This was for the staff. This was for the faculty, and I don't understand. That doesn't seem like something you've been planning. I don't. There are so many people in there, and they're.
It seems to me we have plenty of food to go around.
Well, I'm not denying that. It's just that it's the staff works really hard, and then these are just. I don't know a better word. And he sort of leans in. He walks over. And he leans in. And goes, "Urchins. They're people that they could be earning this food for themselves. Don't you think?"
It would seem to me that your attention would be better served ensuring the wisdom of our students rather than the socio-economic class of the people currently within our walls.
Give me an intimidation check.
$20 total.
He looks at you and goes, I was overwhelmed. I apologize. Yes, my job is to teach, not to forward that. I will try and be more in control of my feelings in the future in matters like this. I'm sorry about that. I will go tend to that. Thank you for your wisdom, Dean.
I will just walk away without saying anything more. Because I've got away with something, and I'm not going to press my luck.
And he walks down, turns the hall, and immediately runs into the dean, who asks him, "Do you have any idea what's going on here?" And he goes, "Wait," and we're going to cut back to now. Euphemian, you are standing there in this room with Kiki or Kiana and Kreia Rin and Kyra. And they are well, let me roll a die. Kiki, how are you feeling right now?
Are we still in Okeanis's main room, or are we at the dock still?
We were at the main room, but you guys can sort of time jump to anywhere you want right now, as long as it's like the same general like afternoon time of day thing.
Okay. Little bit pissed off that like we just missed being able to get Callista by just that much.
Mhm.
And now I literally have no idea how the hell we're going to be able to get in there and get her out.
Mhm.
Well, like how did this happen? Like how could this have happened? Is basically what's going through her mind. She can't even like just formulate an actual single thought at this point.
Krarin, how are you feeling?
I think with him knowing the odds against trying to get into the bank or the vault, I guess,
Mhm.
his thoughts are
Your thoughts.
pretty much how much he wants to screw over Lutheria.
Fair. And Kyra's standing there. She just goes, "Okay, well, I've read a lot of high stories, a lot, but also we can maybe trade something with Lutheria. I don't know what she would want, or maybe my sister. This isn't my role. I'm sorry. And she sort of turns and looks at each of you and sort of looks at Euphemian a little uneasily. It's like, I got ahead of myself. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm sorry.
Well, it seems to me that the first thing that we should do is go to the vault and ask nicely. There's no sense in eliminating the simplest option just because it's wildly unlikely to be successful.
And Yukara goes, that's fair, but a heist where they just ask nicely is kind of like a pamphlet. Okay, fine. It's fine.
My dear, I am very charming.
That's true. So I was gonna say,
I should stay away from this whole entire charming thing then, shouldn't I, Kiki?
Yeah, leave it to Euphemian. Just keep your
Listen,
mouth
if
shut.
anybody needs like charming with my fists, I got your back, bro.
I can't comment. So I was gonna say, so yeah, Kyra is down for that if you want to go discuss it with them, but it's up to you guys.
I think at the
Yeah,
very least we
I-
want to do some recon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even think of just going there and asking. So, yeah, let's try
We'll
that.
just do that. And I know Cray wants to go and like check it out and see if there's any way. Like he knows you can't get into it, but he wants to try.
Oh, for God's sakes! Trying for number 9.
You guys,
New year, new me.
Not know you.
it will be when she has to re-roll. So what was I gonna say? You guys go and you find the Vault of Thylia, which is very easy to locate. It is in. Well, let me put on ping on the map if you guys can see it. Those of you that can see the map, the players can see where I'm pinging this large octagonal region, because to describe it to the rest of you, there is this very large area tucked to the west side of Mitros, with angular walls all around, closing it in off from the rest of the city. There is a massive oak tree in the middle, with an opening in that you can lead you into the vault. All around seems to be a garden, and you would think this was some sort of ornate garden if it weren't all the people walking back and forth, clearly conducting business, carrying coin, documents, even valuables and jewel supplies back and forth. But you find your way at the massive tree. Shall you go in, or is there something else you want to do on the outside here?
I'd like to just take a quick look around. I assume that it's basically a panopticon in here. It's basically watched from all directions.
You look around and you would see roll an investigation check. That's actually more appropriate for the shit I'm pulling here.
I was hoping that Craig could do the same because that's kind of what his thought was. Like he kind of wanted to, scope the area out, see if there's any way in and out to get in and out, or other than the one way.
Then you both have a +4. So since Euphemian already rolled, I'll let Euphemian roll with advantage.
Yeah, Euphemian, do it.
So the first one was 16. Investigation. That's a 20.
So the two of you looking around, Craven, Euphemian, you are very sharp-eyed, and Craven, you are always aware of your surroundings. Between the two of you, you notice that there's always a lot of wildlife in the area of Mitros, but you notice there's a lot more squirrels and birds around here that are they're like birds that are staying on the walls. And then every once in a while, squirrels running past you guys. And you get the impression that the druids have their own system for security on this. And this is just the outside. On the inside, you can see the inside the massive oak tree, there's almost like a room carved into it that you can see people flowing in and out of. It doesn't seem large enough to be a vault on its own. It seems like the size of, for lack of a better comparison, like a bank teller's office, but like no vault or anything like that inside it. You know what I mean? Like just the entrance area.
Okay.
Show of hands, who would have been doing business in this vault beforehand? Before this campaign started, if any of you. All right, no one. All right.
No, I'll say that I've come from time to time, not often, not my main branch.
Yeah, I think this is actually probably something I would have been here before too, just because this is probably where I accessed my father's fortune.
Okay. You two would know that the majority of the vast, like 99% majority of fortunes that are guarded here are guarded underground, and the druids guard them. Only the druids go underground to retrieve them. Other people simply do not go down there. You know that only druids have access to what's down there. There are rumors that there is a vast network of tunnels. You don't know if that's true. That's kind of like the gossip, because you either have like 555S security clearance to go down there, or you don't really know what's down there. But the rumor is that it's a series of tunnels, and for some reason that's enough. But that's all you know so far. Fatima, I really tinkered with that for this encounter. Follow my Patreon. I got an idea for you later. But anyway, your guys' call.
All right. Well, I will get in line to wait at a teller, I guess.
Do you guys are you two down for that, or do you want to do something else?
Nope, I'll definitely go stand with him.
You guys wait in line for like, I'm gonna say like 15-20 minutes. Kyra's just there like bouncing on her feet at the time. She's like, okay, this is an adventure.
I'm going to be using the time that we're waiting to have a very keen eye on all the people that I can see behind the counter. Basically tracking people with the thought I might use their forms later.
Roll a perception check with advantage. I'm giving you advantage because of how much time you have to do this.
13.
13. I'm gonna say that a lot of them have robes and hoods that make it hard to like really get a perfect lock on them. So there might be a penalty later if you try this without one of the disguises. You do notice that anybody that goes, you notice that a lot of the tellers and people that are attending people all seem to be wearing different necklaces with different golden necklaces with a sapphire jewel in the middle. Let's make it emerald jewel in the middle. We're druids, we're going green. And as you get closer to the line, to the doors, you see at the back wall there looks like a giant, it looks like a giant circular, like almost like a vault door, but it looks like it's a standing upright tree trunk, just a circular carving tree trunk with the rings and everything. And from time to time someone goes back over towards it, and this glowing, you can't see them, but this glowing energy comes out, and then the tree almost just pulls back into the rest of the tree, and they walk in, and then it resumes and closes. And they're gone for some time. You eventually see one person come back out holding a bag that they give to somebody, but most people are gone for a while. Did you want to have brought Okeanos with you?
No, for now I think we'll just do us.
Okay.
We're forming plans. We're on the,
We're
pre-planning.
reconning.
Yeah.
We're checking things out.
Wonderful. You guys eventually get to the front of the line, and you see this woman walk over, this druidic woman in this long green, like sort of mossy green robe. And her face is sort of obscured by the shadows. And she looks at you with these hazel eyes, and she says, and with what do you need assistance today?
I need to inquire about the passing on of my father.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
He did have an account with you, and we're going to need to access some of his assets for final affairs, as you understand.
And what was his name?
His name was not Betrayus, it was the other one. Give me just a sec. Hell, Discord does not give me access to that. Did anybody else write it down?
Guy was checking her notes.
I mean, obviously Euphemian would know this, but
yeah. Let me see.
In my other notebook from 2022.
I don't have
Okay, I can just give this to you.
Yeah, I whipped this whole plan together in line about 10 seconds before I came out of my mouth. Davkos, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Davkos of Meletus.
Carriage goes, Davkos! She goes, okay, do you have any of the paperwork?
Well, I do have access to his accounts. I have been here for years. Do I have would there be like a bank card or anything that I?
There might be like a scroll or like a sort of certificate verifying ownership of the account.
Okay, then I will hand that over.
Okay, it would have been. Would you have had it? Like you would have had Davkos's?
I would assume that there would be some kind of authorization for me to have access to the account for the sake of covering my expenses while I was here. So maybe there's limits on it or that sort of thing, but this is all a pretense anyway.
Yeah, so she says, okay, I'll look at this. It can take a little while to verify his passing and to give you access to the full to discuss the full estate. I can withdraw something for you right now. Did you want to evaluate his whole estate?
If it would be possible, yes. Perhaps we can
Okay.
arrange for a meeting sometime later this week.
And she says, well, if it's urgent, she says, if it's urgent, then we can possibly expedite it. Is it important?
It is moderately important. There are some reconstructions that need to be done on the island.
I understand. Would you mind having, are these guests with you? Are they associates, or would it be okay if they wait outside for a moment?
I trust them implicitly.
And she looks at each of you, sort of expecting a response.
I'm protection.
I see.
I mean, look at him.
Yes.
Your face and all.
She looks at Crayren.
I'm comedy, but I'm basically muscle.
He's kind of my supervisor.
Okay. What was it? So she what was it? She goes, all right, step over here. And there's like a corner of the area of this corner of the vault. There's just an open area behind one of the gates where it sort of like behind all the other druids and tellers that she motions to guide you over to. Would you care to follow there?
I will.
All right. Give me 1 second. And Allie's covered up her screen for reasons unknown. So she's going to take this that has this. She pulls back her robe, and there's this bracelet on her with a bunch of like sort of golden green like weaving metals carved into it. And she goes, all right. Now, in order to make sure that this goes smoothly, we just need to make sure that we're dealing with the appropriate parties. So if you'll indulge me for just a moment. And she traces her fingers along this and casts Zone of Truth in the area. Does anybody want to resist that or just let that land?
I'm gonna let it land.
Let it land.
All right.
Cray thinks about it, looks at Euphemian and Kiki, and lets it go.
Kyrie just watches it wash over her, just sort of idly. Like, okay. And she goes, and just to verify, what is your name?
Euphemian of Miletus.
If you're letting the Zone of Truth land, Reed.
My name is Euphemian.
Yeah. All right. And she says, and what is your purpose here?
I am here to investigate and determine your security.
I thought you were looking at for the estate of your father, Davkos.
That is also true.
Okay. And are these associates, and your father, Davkos, died recently? Passed away recently?
He did.
I'm sorry to hear that. And he entrusted you with the estate?
He did.
Okay. What are the objects specifically that you wish to withdraw or review?
For the moment, gold.
How much?
In a volume of 500 gold pieces.
Okay. Let me think 1 second. Let me think. I'm trying to remember what other questions I wanted to ask. And will you be? Is there anything else that you wish to withdraw?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. And just to confirm, it is true. Just to confirm the following, it is true that your father Davkos passed away recently. You are the sole inheritor of his estate. You wish to withdraw up to 500 gold from that estate. Your name is Euphemian, and these are your associates here with you right now. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Okay. Would you mind waiting here for a moment? And she looks around, she looks at the magic and looks at you and goes, okay. One moment. And she sort of walks and turns and goes, walks across the room to a moment alone for a second. Sorry. Over there and gives you. Sorry, did my microphone change?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
popped
Yeah.
out and then came back. I think whatever you did
Sorry.
fixed it though.
Sorry. She goes, give me a moment. She walks over, giving you guys a moment alone as she talks to some of the other druids. There's anything that you guys want to say to each other at the moment?
I'm bored.
What about
Kyra goes,
finding out
how?
about Callista?
Well, for the time being, I'm more interested in finding out what we need to know if this is secure, to what degree it's secure.
Fair. Okay.
And after a little bit, she comes back and says, good news. Good news, Mr. Euphemian. We will be able to withdraw that gold for you from the estate. It'll be about 20 minutes if you'll be kind enough to wait aside, and then we'll be able to bring that to you. Is that acceptable?
I understand. Is there a waiting room or something that we
Oh,
can
you
use?
can wait outside or on any of the in this area here.
Do you have
Alright.
like biscuits or something?
Biscuits?
Well, I mean, we're waiting. Might as well get like something to eat or drink or something, like water.
Oh, yes. Sorry. We do have fresh water, and also we do have some snacks that we can provide for you if you like. We do have a number of vegetarian options here. I think that we have some biscuits we can, or we have something maybe that we can find for you. Some bread, if that's all right with you.
Cool, thanks.
And he's with you.
I know it's hard to believe.
Following me
Um,
for like job evaluation, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to. He
mhm.
doesn't usually get out in the field anymore.
And she
Blue
she
collar
goes, okay.
jobs, I tell you.
She goes, okay. And she looks at Kyra and goes, haven't I seen you somewhere before? And Kyra goes, yes.
Is it likely that Kyra's face would actually be minted on the coins?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes.
honestly, yes.
Oh
And
my
Kyra goes,
god, yes.
yeah, you've probably seen me around. I do a lot of traveling. She goes, she goes, yeah, you seem famous. Are you famous? And Kyra goes, this isn't about me right now. And she goes, right, apologies. So she leaves. She takes she goes and you see her sort of palm her necklace as she walks towards the door and the energy glows and the door opens up, sliding open, the giant oak door, and then she walks down. Everybody that's looking, roll a perception check.
Ooh,
20.
25.
21 for Kiki.
Woo! Nice.
We're on the
Oh,
ball.
25. Okay, you guys immediately see that right on the other side of the door is almost nothing, because right on the other side is just a like like a mudstone cave and stairs that immediately descend far deeper down steeply, with some glowing fairy lights along the walls where lights would normally be. So yeah, whatever it is a tunnel down there, and she walks down, and the door immediately closes behind her. I want each of you to roll a nature check with advantage.
Wonder if I can do some sleight of hand shit.
14 for Kiki.
12 on both of my
Oh,
checks.
jeez.
I
Y'all,
can't
I don't
see
think
nothing. It's in the way.
I
It
don't
is a
think
14.
trees do that normally.
When she comes back about 20 minutes later, you smell moss and dirt and almost like fresh rain. And she comes back and has this bag, like the satchel of coins, and she sets it out and goes, "All right, this was for Dovkas's estate. Let me see 1 second." And she hands it over and just goes, asks you to sign for it. And it's yours if you want it.
Okay. I'm going to take it. We might need this for future planning.
Yes. As she gives you this gold, you fill this out. She looks at it and goes, "Do you want me to count it out for you?" When you do, you see that of some of the coins have the different gods' faces on them and the Titans' faces as well.
Okay. I'll just take them. Don't worry
Mhm.
about it. But I will take a coin of the denomination that would have Kyra's face on it
Mm-hmm.
and just slide it over to her as a tip.
She goes, "Thank you." Kyra goes, "Thanks." As the next person pushes ahead in line, leaving you guys with 500 gold and some idea of what's going on in here. Is there anything else that you want to do? Do you have further business with this teller? Is there anything else you want to do right now?
Before I do leave, I'm going to ask her if she has like an information brochure of what their services are and what they offer, because I'm considering maybe making this my primary branch. And I just want to look over information when I'm off duty.
She goes, "Well, I would love to." She goes, "We can send one of our associates to discuss it with you if you would like." Did you have what kind of account were you thinking of opening?
Just like what type of. I was hoping to have something to read later on when I'm in the bath later after work. You know, I get off very late. Just to see what type of security features you do offer, because depending what it is you offer, I may have something. It may work for me for what I have.
Well, to be sure, we are the only vault in Mitros, but I do understand your interest in security. So I will discuss. I will send an associate with you right now if they'd be glad to discuss it. We don't have pamphlets, but they would be happy to explain this to you. And she sort of holds up her hand, and as she does, this younger druid. He's this guy. He's like this younger guy with this sort of bowl cut, moppy hair, with his hood pulled back. Comes over and he goes, "Yes, Leto." And she goes, "Lycos, will you explain the system to them?" She's thinking of starting something. I think she's an associate of Euphemians and this gentleman, and she was thinking of opening an account. You guys noticed the Zone of Truth has faded away a while ago, and she's I think he was making interested in making an account. Because yes, of course. And he walks over and goes, "Yes, I would be glad to help answer anything that you may need. How can I help you?"
Would it take very long? Because I'm still in the middle of my work day. I'm obviously Mr. Euphemian's hired bodyguard here. so I don't have a lot of time. That's why I was hoping to get some literature to be able to refer to later on. But if you can give me the gist of it, what you offer. I have some very prized family heirlooms that I am not willing to just trust anywhere.
Well, you
So
also probably have like a lot of treasure too, and a lot of rewards, because if you're working with the queen and the king, and also all the bounties that you've probably received for your work for Thylia, I'm sure, Miss
So
Kiana,
much.
you probably have a lot that you want to deposit or with anything like that. So we would be honored to keep it safe. Also, I was not aware that Euphemian employed you. I thought that this was where's the fourth one? And Kyra goes, a long story. He goes, okay.
Actually,
But
if we could speak about that.
okay. Yes. Because I think I need to answer Miss Kiana's questions first, if that's okay.
Well,
Or
let's have a seat here, because this could potentially lead to further questions.
he goes,
I'm sorry, what
okay.
was it again, sweetheart?
Lycos, and he goes, here, come
Lycos.
outside.
All right.
He leads you outside, and there's like an open grass area, and he just sort of sits down on the grass as if it's like a full picnic area, just straight on it. He goes, here, come sit with me.
I will definitely plop down beside him.
You pop down. The squirrel. Are you guys sitting down with him too?
Yep.
The squirrel
I'll
runs up.
kind of grab Cray's hand and force him to sit down.
Because he was going to stand. And so all of a sudden it's like, what?
And the squirrel runs up and sort of like sniffs at Lycos, and he goes, no, they're okay. And the squirrel runs off. And he goes, so you want your treasures to be safe. The axe, do you want the axe to be safe here?
Potentially, among other articles, other items. Was that part of your security here?
What about the harp?
Yeah, that would be something that would be a lot easier to just leave somewhere. However, there are potentially times we need to be able to just have access to it immediately.
I understand. Okay, so we have great security. I can't go into all of the details. Okay, a lot of it underground. We have a whole. It is hard to find anything down there unless you know exactly what you're doing. First of all, so no one's going to get in there and steal your stuff. I can't really go into details, but nobody's going to find your stuff if you don't want them to. Secondly, our security down there is really good. Nobody's going to get out. Anybody that steals it from us isn't going to get out of there alive. I'll tell you that right now. And we don't let our guard down for anybody. I mean anybody. And he looks at Kyra, and Kyra looks like sort of tilts her head, and he goes, anybody. And she goes, wait, I'm not. I never tried to get in there. He goes, well, not you. It's the king and queen aren't even allowed back there, by the queen's request. So, we make sure that nobody can get in there.
I would ask you one thing, if I may.
Oh yes, you may.
In the vaults, what is your policy on keeping prisoners? Do you keep any sentient beings on demand?
No. Well, I want you to roll insight.
Restrictions on what we can keep down there or whom we can keep.
8. He looks at there and he goes, well, I can't really go into full detail about what's down there, but everything we do is perfectly ethical. It's very important to us to be as ethical as possible.
So, for instance, if there was a prisoner down there, you would be ethically required to leave them their own freedom.
I'm sorry, what is this about? You see, he looks really uncomfortable, but you can't really get a beat on why.
This is about our missing member.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. sort of looks down. And he says, "Oh, wait, is she gone?"
Not
Gone in
gone.
that she's down somewhere within your vaults at the moment.
See, she was turned into a statue,
What? No.
and we found out she was recently brought here today. Therefore, she's being held here against her will.
Did that asshole Okeanos do that? Did he turn her into a statue? I've hated that guy.
Well, he hasn't exactly turned her into a statue, but he was certainly involved in the plan to ensure that she stays a statue.
By having her brought here.
Okay, that's not great.
We were on this adventure that
Yeah.
she got turned into stone. She was petrified by a Medusa. Was it the Medusa or the basilisk?
It was the Medusa.
It was the Medusa. And before we could get to her to administer her anti-petrification potion, she was whisked away to Okeanos's collection, amongst his collection.
Okay. Do you have any proof?
Well,
If you have any proof, they could probably do an emergency retrieval.
Well, the proof, you know what Callista looks like. She's in the vault. There is a statue of a satyr that looks exactly like Callista.
and we
if
do
you
have a potion, which
if
you
you
could...
administer it to her, she'll turn into Callista. That will be your additional proof.
Or, if you don't trust anything that we would bring in, I do know that there are magics I would assume more senior members of this bank would have access to, which would undo the petrification.
Okay. The problem is I don't have a lot of credibility with the people here, because I sometimes with some of the cooler artifacts, I tend to...
Geek
Kyra
out.
goes, have you been like examining the artifacts in your spare time? He goes, there's so much cool stuff down there. And she goes, oh, me. And he says,
Well, I can tell you this much. I could give you this potion if you could get behind the scenes to that vault and administer it all quiet-like. I'll show him the hilt of Titan's Bane. If you're interested in swinging it around a bit.
It's a cool sword.
Forge
I need you to
from
roll a persuasion check with advantage. And if you roll high enough, you will get this kid to basically try and do his version of whatever this...
bollocks.
He looks and he goes, that is really cool. If I went down there and got caught, I'd probably be dust or paste, probably a smear. Yeah, I'd be a smear. That would be bad. And they don't really want me down there as much anymore, which is why I'm... Great to meet you, by the way, he says to Kiki.
Likewise.
He goes, I'll tell you what. There's a couple things that I can think of. If you can get proof to them, they might let you in because they won't listen to me if I try and present it. And if you If you could persuade someone over there to drop it, to try that and to try the potion, they can do that. Or I can give you my necklace if you want to try and go down there, but also you'd probably die and then I'd feel really bad. So that's a really bad idea.
And you'd still get in trouble for giving us your necklace.
Oh no, I'd say you'd rob me. That's not a problem.
Well,
That'd be so cool if I got robbed by any of you. If I got robbed by Krayerin, and he looks at Krayerin like really excited.
Can work.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to stop you.
what if we did try to speak to the manager?
Oh my god, now we're Karens.
He goes, okay.
Well, maybe you can tell us this. Is there a rule against holding prisoners within the vault? Like, are there restrictions? Does what I bring in have to be vetted to some extent before it gets approved? Or do you just take anything, no questions asked in?
We tend to take everything, no questions asked, but we can't have a prison. We can't have somebody that either didn't consent to be there or was there on behalf of the state, like a prisoner or something like that. So if
Do you
someone was
have
down there
any,
incorrectly, we'd have to pull them out right away.
Do you have anything alive down there? Like, I'd say yes. Okay. I just don't want her to be like unpetrified and then like smoked to dust because she's
Well, unless she
technically
starts stealing
not
things down there, she's
supposed to
fine.
be there. Okay, well,
And at this
wait.
point, I think we have no problems to talk to a manager, to somebody of an authority, to tell them about Callista. And I mean, they can go down. Would they have magic to be able to tell whether this is a real marble statue or whether this was an alive person that was petrified?
Oh,
Is
they
there
could
literally
tell.
a difference?
I don't know.
I can do that.
You can?
Well, I
Well,
would assume that those that go in the vaults do as well, or should. Because if they don't believe us, they can just go freaking check. Bring the potion as additional proof.
And he goes, okay. Here's the plan. I'm going to tell them. He goes, I'm going to tell them that the heroes of Thylia and Kyra. Hi, Kyra. She goes, hi. He goes, hi. Are here to rescue their friend. You know what? I think if you go in, I'll explain to them. They should come and talk to you, and that should work. I mean, they've heard of you. Okay, should I go get them?
Yes, please.
Um,
Or maybe we can come in there. I don't know. Maybe they want to take us into a private office.
He runs off. He looks at you all and sort of doesn't even wait for anything else, just runs off. And leaves you guys out here for a minute. Kyra goes, okay, Lutheria's manipulated a lot of people. Are we sure we want to tell them what's going on?
They'll find out in 47 days anyways.
Well, we don't really have to tell exactly who did it, just that she was turned to stone. And literally, like I said, before we could give her the potion, she was whisked away. We found out she was at Okeanis's, and then we go to see him, and he'd already sent everything off to the vault. We don't know why he decided to send that off to the vault. I don't think that's really our story to tell, or the finger to blame.
He comes
Fucking
back.
Lutheria. Oh, before he comes back, I'm going to say fucking Lutheria.
Kyra goes, yeah. Fucking Lutheria.
Oh my god.
I mean, sorry. I think I have to. Sorry. Um,
Kyra, are we rubbing off on you?
it's hard to be around all of you for a while and not feel a little bit of more frustration than usual, but I haven't liked her for a long time. That's
Fair.
she goes a long time. I'm gonna bring the manager out, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you have a couple of persuasion rolls to make with this guy, and this could either be over very soon or get very, very complicated. Those are genuinely the two options. But they bring out this very stern older man with the hood fully on, and like this robe like adorned with this like golden string binding it like some sort of ceremonial thing. And he comes out and he goes, "Young Lycos says that the heroes of Thylia have business in the vault." And he goes, "Yeah, that's them right there." He goes, "Yes, I'm familiar with them. I attended the games." And he looks at Kiki, looks her up and down, and looks at all of you and says, "You wish to uphold the rules and order of this society, correct? That is your goal?"
It is, and we're seeking to ensure that such things are being upheld here as well.
By the order of the Queen herself, no one is allowed into the vault, and no one's allowed any access or special exception to the vault outside of the approved members of the Great Vault itself.
And would the
And you
Queen
want
be interested in you being here, holding someone captive against their will, with no jurisdiction?
I have heard a great number of reasons why people need something withdrawn from the vault. That it's cursed,
I'm
that it's
frankly not interested in however you've had discussions with in the past. All I'm asking is that you help us unpetrify our companion.
We don't need to be the one to go down. You can have one of your employees go down. It's Okeanis's vault, the one he had just filled this morning. Brought in a whack of statues. You've seen Callista at the games. You know which one she is. Administer her this potion, and she will turn back into herself. I trust you have great magics. You can tell that she's not just a normal marble statue, that she was petrified. She was taken away before we could fix her and bring her back, and she's been brought here this morning. I am certain she will tell you, once she's unpetrified, that she does not want to remain in this vault.
Kyra just says, "Please." And his name is Pallas, Pallas. Pallas looks at each of you and says, "You wish me to believe that your friend was petrified, separated from me, brought all the way down here, and that the only way that I could help the heroes of Thylia, assuming that I wanted to help the heroes of Thylia, is to apply potions and magic to somebody else's account altogether. Are you aware that if this does turn out to be a lie or some manipulation, I will have no problem bringing the force of this protective service upon each of you?"
Yeah, fine, whatever. Just do it
I
then.
will hand you my hands without a fight. I will lay down my weapons and let you drag me by my hair if need be. We just need to get Callista out of there.
I need one of you to make a persuasion check. It needs to be high. I will give you a moment if you want to use any buffs or boosts that you may have or any other considerations. Since all three of you are working together, I will let someone make
Oof, not
with
me.
advantage.
0. I'm +0.
I'm +2, So I think, persuasion. I'm +5. So
Mhm.
I think I'm
I'm
the
a
one to do it.
-1. That is definitely not a Cray thing.
So I guess I'm
You got,
gonna do.
I want
the
you to get a
roll.
16 or higher.
Anybody has a blessing they can give us?
19.
19.
I'm going to actually use one of the chocolates that we got.
Oh, yes. That's right.
To bring that up to an even 20.
Mm.
You asked.
At a
You
20,
asked for it.
at a 20, he looks at you and goes, I'm going to have the guards on standby.
I'm not going anywhere.
And Lycus goes, me neither. Pallas goes, come along, boy. He goes, yes, sir. And he,
Who has the petrification potion?
I thought you
I
had it.
have, yeah.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
Euphemian has it. Okay.
um,
Well, anti-petrification potion. I
he
don't want
looks
to
at it,
tell her
goes,
more.
yes, very well. And he, takes this, walks away. Callista, I'm not promising anything right now. But I do want to know.
Can I insight check him as he walks away to see how for real he's going to do this?
Roll insight.
16?
He seems very put out at how frustrating his day has become.
But he's not going to be like walking away and like do that thing where, you ask for something in the back and somebody would go in the back and like not check and then come out and be like, oh, it's nothing here. Ha.
He's dedicated to his job, but
Okay.
he leaves.
You'll be a hero of the heroes.
No, thank you. So you leave, and Kyra just goes, okay, so if he is made to deal with Etheria, we are in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Should we be there? We should be there.
Sometimes you gotta trust the process, Kyra.
Are you scared? And she says, like, nobody in particular.
I don't like this gut feeling, but I trust Euphemian. He's very charming, our Euphemian.
1 second.
We gotta hope. We gotta hope that this will work out in our favor to bring Callista back.
I wish I could speak to those squirrels and we can get little squirrel buddy in to speak with the other squirrels.
About an hour passes.
Oh, jeez.
Is there anything that you guys want to do in that hour at all?
We like. No, go ahead.
Nope. I'm just going to do that thing, where you're standing around and making sure that everybody knows that you're there.
And an hour passes, and he returns by himself, walking towards each of you, walking towards all of you, head down, solemn. And he says, I don't understand what you're playing at, or what games you're forcing me to participate in. But we run a very serious and important service here that protects even Acostus and Valis themselves. And I will not be toyed with. Do you understand me?
We are not toying with you. We were told she was brought in to Okeanis's vault with all the other
I
statues.
don't need
Did
to.
you
I don't
not
need to
find
hear
her?
all of this. I don't need to hear all of this. I already have investigated. I already know what I can see with my own eyes.
So did you find her or no?
Just collect your friend and get out of here. And he gestures towards the door, where you can see
You'll jump
a
up and jump on
familiar
him and hug him.
face. Callista, is there anything you want to say to the group right now?
Before she even speaks, I'm gonna run and just tackle her.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna run and tackle her and like just swing her around and be like, "Don't you ever do that again, young lady!" And I just
Not on
swing her
premises,
around.
please. You see, like the people like stepping back.
After I hug Palace, I'm going to run after her, and I am bawling. I'm going to hug her and just say, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Tears
sorry."
are real. The tears are real. Yeah, Callista is also just weeping. It's like, me too. I'm sorry. I should have known better. I didn't close my eyes, and then Lutheria and I just got confused. I'm so sorry.
I just like brush her tears away. I just brush her tears away, and I'm just like, just hug her some more, and then I'm gonna throw her into Euphemian's arms, and I'll go down to Palace, and actually take up my hand to go and like shake it. He can shake it if he wants, but this is the
He
first
reaches
time he's
over and
actually
shakes your
being-
hand. He goes,
You are now a hero.
"Thank you."
Did you let
Thank
go of my
you.
hand yet? I'm not letting it go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that thing
Oh,
where you can't let go.
You can stop. You can stop. You can stop. Stop. And he reaches
Can I
and you see
pull
like
him-
vines start to
can I-
wrap around his hand, like he's casting a
Can I-
cantrip.
Can I pull him in to hug him?
Make a grapple check.
That's strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, my strength. Okay, just straight strength. Where is it? Oh man, I'm not good. Strength is 16.
Yeah.
Nope.
Strength is
What is that? Nope, that's insight. What the hell? Let's do strength. Come on. Push it, girl. Oh, 5. Never mind.
5. Okay. He got a 5. So you pull him. You pull, and he sort of pulls back. He goes, "No, thank you. I'm going back." And he sort of storms back and walks back into the thing. And you see Kyra sort of standing at the back, just sort of hands like this, and like her quill is just writing all of the notes about this tearful reunion. And you see her face is just like red, and she's just like, "Mm-hmm." Euphemian, how do you feel right now?
I'm sure this will all hit in the next 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have 500 gold. We should party.
Yeah, we should. Listen, can I, and she walks over, she goes, "Can I talk to Callista for a second?" And she,
I'll give Callista a big kiss on each cheek before I let her go. And then I'll just kind of go grab Cray and Euphemian if they're close.
And she-
Yeah,
both
I'm
of them.
totally actually hugging into Kiki right now. Cray is not showing. He is actually showing emotion, and he's actually hugging Kiki right now.
all right, what was it? And what was it? Kyra comes over and just walks over. "I just needed to talk to you for a second." And she walks over to Callista and she just grabs your face and just kisses you really, just like really deeply, and just holds your face for a second and just goes,
Things
puts her
about to get
forehead against-
awkward in this bank.
puts her forehead against yours. All the other attendants are like, "What is going on?" Because they know who Kyra is and like, what's going on. She puts her forehead against yours and goes, "Okay, that's all. You mentioned a party. And turns, Euphemian, what are you thinking right now? What are you doing right now?"
right now I'm just going through and I'm, we've hit our intended goal.
Mhm.
And now it's just like, okay, relief, just all of those things sort of backing out and being like,
Mhm.
uh, you know, everything will hit me once we're out of here and I can have a moment to myself.
He's trying to be the strong stoic man.
That's
And
typically been Euphemian's code of ethics there.
Yep.
Just autopilot right out the door.
Cray's
and
done a 180. Before he's like, I don't care about shit. And now he's like,
Euphemian, you hear a voice in the back of your mind that says, "Oh, so that's Okeanos' soul, is it?" And you immediately know who that is, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you just make a bad deal.
The fates will take him.
I don't see this as being significantly different than your own interpretation of your deal with him. The statue was not harmed. The statue is now Callista, and she's in perfect health.
The statue is no longer a statue.
The state of the statue was not part of the deal. Much like the picture that would reflect the person.
There's a long pause, and she says, "When do you plan to sleep tonight?"
I'm sure you'll know.
And you don't hear anything else. And where do you guys want to go
do we
party?
notice him tense? Do we feel him kind of like, because we're like Kiki, me, and Euphemian are kind of together. Did we feel him tense at all?
You can, Euphemian, are you hiding at all what you're doing? Because if you are, you're rolling, if you are, you're rolling a deception check. Otherwise they'll just roll a regular insight.
I will roll deception.
Mm-hmm.
He's not paying attention. I'm too
23.
upset.
Passive
Relieved.
insight. Yeah, there's no reason anybody would already be making an insight check, so I'd be using passive insight.
Yeah.
And
very
nobody's what's that?
Yeah, no, that my
And
passive
none of
checks
y'all
aren't that
are
high.
best in that. So yeah, we just leave Euphemian alone with his thoughts. And with that, I think we're gonna go to break. And I will see you guys in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining. If you wanna thank you for all, sorry for the misunderstanding. Thank you guys for clarifying. Yeah, we want to be careful about raids and stuff like that, like Euphemian says, but we do appreciate your clarifying. Yeah, thank you guys. All of the ways I saw you guys getting in, I didn't think you guys basically navigating the old-timey customer support tree until you could just get through it. And I was like throwing up all of these barriers and like boundaries, and then I'm like, yeah, short of the manager being like a minion of Lutheria, I think they can use these channels. And I was like, damn it. So they was doing that, and yeah. Well done. Thank you guys for this. I guess we're gonna break in a minute. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we go on break?
Nope.
Episode 59 is when we got Callista back, guys. Oh my god! It's almost 69. I mean, it's almost 60.
I'll see you all soon.
See you
back
soon,
in
guys.
15.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back.
All right, so we are back, friends. If you are just joining us, we have spent an hour and a half doing an exciting bank withdrawal, and now we're going to resume our epic Greek mythology adventure.
High stakes.
So, what was I going to say? What was it?
Oh,
Give me one moment. What's
there
up?
was one other thing I wanted to do while we were here at the bank.
Mm,
And
what is that?
is to take advantage of their secure courier service.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so let's jump back in on this. Someone sent me an amazing message that's distracting me. Someone sent me a nice gift. Okay, so you guys are standing outside the Great Vault. Kyra's there, just kissing the heck out of Callista. Cray is celebrating with emotions for the first time in a year, 59 weeks. Kiki celebrating and apologizing to Callista, Euphemian processing, and listening to Lutheria. And you guys are standing out there. Yeah, what would everybody like to do? We'll start with Euphemian.
Well, I will go back up to Palace if I can.
Mhm.
And I will just... I thank you very sincerely for your help in this matter. It truly is important to us that we have our member back, and... Well, obviously there would have been difficulties retrieving her, had you not intervened on our behalf. However,
Yes.
I was hoping that I could also take advantage of a courier service. I do have something rather valuable to transport. To whom should I speak for that?
We do also have a courier service. How may I help you?
I'm going to take out the gems,
Mm-hmm.
the $2,000 sapphires that we got from the island of
Chandrus's room there?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gaius's room. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gaius, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong bad dude.
If possible, I do need these to be sent to Vulcan at the Mithril Mines as soon as possible.
The Mithril Mines. He's just rolling it over. So this is it's not. You can clarify in a second. Like, I'm not going to make you roleplay it, but like, you just asked him to bring this to a god in a location that he's never heard of, with an incredible, ominous name, and he's just like, okay. And he's like, the Mithril Mines and Vulcan.
Yes, he is hard at work at the forge there.
Vulcan, the one in Astoria.
He has moved.
Is he lost?
Almost perpetually, but he is there deliberately.
You've shown me more than one strange thing today. I will be glad to have this delivered. It may take a day, but we can do that for you.
I understand. How much would it cost?
Vulcan,
500 gold.
it seems we accidentally interred a member of the Heroes of Prophecy. I think at this point there may be some grace regarding the delivery fee at this time.
I'm suing.
Please don't. Please don't. I would have to ask that you not do that. Although you certainly have the legal right to. If there's any way that I can make it right, such as delivering your jewels to Vulcan in the Mithril Mine, I can do that. As a one-time consideration.
A one-time compensatory payment.
We are, of course, very much appreciative.
I'll have this taken care of. Is there anything else, or is our business truly concluded?
We can get a tracking
And you hear like an
number
air
and
of hope when he
follow-up.
says that.
Isn't there like other things we can send down there too, like the fleece and stuff too?
Oh yeah. And
Well,
the
we didn't ask
the
for anything
bread.
specific with regards to that, or at least I
Oh.
didn't.
Okay, I thought we sent a message for some reason.
I did send a
Whatever.
message, but I asked for the amulet and I asked for the bridle.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't ask for whatever the fleece was for.
I think we need something more. I think we need
Yeah.
chimera blood still. So
No, that's for me. That's for my staff.
Yeah, because compile a list of what you want to send, and he'll take care of it. He won't be happy, but he'll do it. Yeah, but what is it? So what's the full list? Do you guys want to timer that out now, or do you want to send it between sessions? Because we don't have to cover that today.
No, I think for now it's just going to be that, just the $1,000 of sapphires.
Okay.
Or, sorry, 2,000 sapphires.
Okay, great. If you wanted to enclose anything.
send him
Anybody?
my love, and I hope he takes care of my death dog.
Again.
You guys killed the
be
death
dead.
dog, by the way.
We'll be dead.
Did we?
Just send him some bacon.
When did we kill it?
We killed
The
the
death
know,
dog
but
Cerberus.
the Cerberus was the one that you guys had brought out to the Colosseum.
Yeah, but not the death dog. The death dog was the small one.
Oh, okay.
My little puppy that I can't remember what I called it.
Oh, okay. So we'll send.
PB&J or
He goes 2,000 gold in jewels, some bacon, and love.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you. And he sets off to begin this transaction. We'll take care of that off screen, and I will hopefully not have to use my customer service lingo for a long time again. I just left that.
Every person that we walk or that we run into in this game is just like, I don't remember getting high this morning.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But it must have happened.
So this brings you also what was it? Kyra's just sort of happily scribbling notes and watching all of you guys, and just wants like writing with hand as she's looking at all of you, just sort of like the smile back on her face. But she's like, the reason I'm drawing attention to Kyra is because she is very happily slinking into the background role of watching the four of you be heroes again. This is very like back to normal vibe for her.
to try. I have not let go of her.
Mm.
I'm just like even if she's writing, I'm like clinging on to her arm and just kind of standing there.
Yeah, okay, she's still writing while you're doing that. She goes,
Yeah.
and she goes, I want to ask about what you went through, but also it was stone, and I wrote like a paragraph on that, but I ran out of synonyms for stone. I can find out later. Later, I want to find out every thought you had while you were down there.
Only if you tell me what I missed.
I tried to take notes, but I wasn't there for all of it. I mean, I wasn't on.
Oh, that's
Also,
right. We hit the squirrel.
I'll sort of sidle up, and then I'll pull out like a mess of papers. Like they're not nicely folded. They might be a little soggy. You know, I'm always a little misty, my skin and all that. But I used Euphemian's quill, so the ancient run. But here's as much of the notes that I could think of. I could think of to put down on paper for what you missed.
I had a bra on.
And yeah, so I hope that'll kind of catch you up a little bit. I did the best I could.
You did
I'm
have
just
a
gonna
bra on.
give you the biggest hug. And then I'm just gonna like over her shoulder at Crayra and be like, and I missed it! I missed Crayra in a bra!
It was
You made
horrible.
it work.
It was really horrible.
You didn't see it, but you're probably better off.
He's trying to get Bullbug to get one too, but we're trying to convince him not. But I don't know. Anyways,
Hey.
it's in there.
I could ask
Whatever you
Euphemian
want.
to be in a bra. What do you like?
I mean, I can
Exactly.
fill out a bra.
Well, Bullbug can have all three of us together then.
What?
Kyra's just like looking at Euphemian and just smiling.
Going
And
to
so she
spend
goes-
tomorrow as a woman just to show you all.
Yes, please. Um,
You were
And
supposed to help me find a woman. You didn't tell me you could be one.
Oh my god.
What?
You're not my type.
Kyra says, I kind of like being a woman the best. And also it's kind of a strain to be anything else. So
Isn't it like if I could just change without anything, it'd be so much easier.
well anyway, where are we where you guys want to go? What happens next?
Lunch?
What's the next chapter?
Lunch?
Drink.
Lunch?
Colissa, you must be so hungry.
Are you hungry? Euphemian's hungry for lunch, and also he just saved everybody.
Let's do it.
Where do you, and she like her eyes like dart back and forth between Euphemian and Callista, and he goes, where do you want to go? You should get to pick. And she can't decide who she's talking to. Like
I haven't done anything for the last couple weeks, so I will go wherever you guys want. The bar is incredibly low.
The bar it is.
let's move to
The
with
nice one
that.
or the seedy one that they wanted me to be a
Oh, definitely the CD one.
spokesperson? Okay.
Ooh, I've definitely never been here. Excellent.
Let's move to the Satyr's Tail,
That's the one.
the bar on the docks that is almost completely punctuated by a chair crashing over someone when you come into the door.
Oh, wait, I
It
think I did
feels
come
like
in here one time.
home.
With you.
You see a satyr at the back playing a lute, or not a lute, but a lyre, and you see the bar owner look at all of you, this large burly woman, just look at each of you and just go, oh, hey, it's and he sort of shouts and just goes, come over here, sort of shouts over everybody, just doesn't even give you like a real phrase, just gestures to signal you over.
They're mad because we didn't take their sponsorship or whatever it was.
Maybe. Are you guys heading over there?
Yeah.
You head over, sit down, and she goes, yeah. Okay. And she just pulls out like 5 like large pitchers of ale and just like slides them over to each of you and goes, and just resumes what she's doing, which is about the Satyr's Tail version right now with this person on charge. Basically their version of a hero's welcome.
I'm gonna slip her a gold.
She looks at it and goes, mm-hmm. Yeah.
While we're here, while we're getting ourselves seated, I'm going to send Bullbug sending.
Mm-hmm.
Satyr's Tail, someone here wants to speak with you.
Okay. And we'll come back to that. And is there anything else anybody else wants to do in the meantime, or do we want to fast forward to that?
Because he didn't
While
have
we're
his answer?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He would answer back and goes, "Is everything okay? I'll be there in a second." Who would want to? Never mind. I'll be there soon. It's like thinking out loud into the sending.
While we're sitting at the table, I'm kind of like bouncing back and forth between like listening to what they're saying and then spreading Kiki's notes out as much as I possibly can in front of me and like sliding them around so that like they're in a better order for like a narrative, and like making little notes and then like transcribing into my book of shadows, or my scroll.
Kiki, let me ask you. Sorry to cut you off. Kiki, let me ask you the quality of the notes. What is your handwriting like, and how well documented are the notes?
Fairly good, because I've taken care of documenting whatever we've done, like with the military and all that. So,
it's a mission
can
report.
Yeah, it's very like
All
point
facts.
form, but easily understandable as to what I'm meaning. It's just sometimes I'm using sentences like an actual narrative. Sometimes it's just bullet points, like as if I'm jotting down ideas. So it's not consistent in that way of a real writer, but it's just a whole mishmash of any kind of possible way that I could say something in that particular moment is the way that I jotted it down. And yeah, it's just they kind of fell out of order.
the biggest one there is like creating a bra.
Like 90% of my notes are just like adjectives. Creative license. And then I've done like a big circle on like wherever Kiki wrote about if there was any inkling that she felt guilty or whatever about the Kyra thing, or just that it happened, and there's just a big circle around it, and then I slide it underneath everything else I'm working on as like I'll come back to that later. And I'm just like frantically writing in my like never-ending tablet scroll thing.
That's fantastic. Kyra's looking at all these notes, all the bullet points, all the sentences, the prose, the factual lists, and she's going, Kiki, you are such a good writer. This is amazing. You did this. Why do you write stories all the time?
I can write down ideas or things that really happened. Putting it in a narrative, that's not my strong suit. I can organize the ideas. That's it.
This is, and she starts tapping emphatically. She goes, "This is a narrative, because this is the story of how you see things and how you write things. This is you. This is good." And she's just like sort of looking at all of it in detail.
It's exhausting to do. How can you do it all the time?
And then she just sort of, and she looks down at Callista and goes, "Okay, you will want to add some adjectives and stuff whenever you're telling the story later. It's very good as is, but like for the epic."
Yeah. We'll do some rearranging and some, we'll give it some meter and verse and all that. Good.
Yeah.
Delicious
just
poetry.
For audiences. They don't get what we have here. Euphemian, is there anything that you want to do right now?
It's really too bad, you didn't meet Darian. I'm sure you would have liked her. She seemed very much like you in some ways.
I don't know, I mean, based on Kiki's notes, she just seems a little serious, I guess.
Well, I mean, she was locked up for 10 years.
I would love to interview her, honestly.
You were locked up for like 3 days.
It was only 3 days. It felt like weeks.
I'm sure she'd be happy to see that you're good and well. So if we could stop back in. She seemed quite concerned about you as well, but she just wasn't able to tag along.
Oh.
One second. And yeah, so Carrie goes, yeah, a lot went missing. See, I missed a lot of details and wasn't able to help my girlfriend because, you guys have the choice. You guys are telling your own story and you have your own adventure, and you chose to take the squirrel, and that's okay because that's your choice for how you want to let your own epic take form. So these things happen, and I'm glad that you were able to tell me everything that I missed.
It really seems to me that it would really benefit you to have a bib of your own. I'm just going to bring Bib forward. He can watch over. He doesn't have much to say, obviously. He can't interfere with the narrative. But surely if I can do something simple like this, a god would have no problems.
I can try. I can do that. And you see her looking a little embarrassed about this, but she goes, I can do that. Absolutely. That's a good idea. I like that. A bib. Ibby. Ibby? And sure mumbles names. Callista, at this point, you notice that as he is very skilled at doing, Craven is trying to sort of slink out of sight. But you're the only one that seems to notice.
Which way is he? Like out of the
trying
bar?
to leave the
or...
tavern altogether. Like out the
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Do you want to say anything or do anything?
Does he see me see him?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, so I'll lock eyes with Cray, and I will just like wink, and then not say anything.
I wink back and just slip out the door.
You go see your girlfriend.
At this point,
That's
sorry,
my
Jen.
assumption.
You see how it is, right? Let's say, the door sort of throws open, and you see this massive towering figure of a minotaur sort of walking in and going. He goes, all right, Euphemian, where's Euphemian? He's like, the people are like noisy and loud, and he goes, Euphemian, and you get like, he's like not seeing you guys with all of the noise and all the hustle and bustle.
Wave at him, wave him over.
And he sort of thunders over and goes, you said someone wanted to see me. Why would they talk to you? Who wants to see me?
I'm very charming.
Is this a trick?
Hi.
Told you we'd get her back, big guy.
Hi.
I need you to make a con save.
Hang on, where are my stats?
I'm gonna fucking crush her to death.
Pull them right up. Saved 14.
Okay, let me see 1 second.
And you turned to stone again.
Oh my god, he was a Medusa the whole time.
Let me see 1
You get
second.
lost in a maze.
He picks you up and just holds you up with both hands like you're some sort of treasure, and then just pulls you in and squeezes you and just crushes you. I'm gonna roll right now.
Damage.
Damage!
He does 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he
That's
just
the
like
power of love.
pulls you in and just. And he lifts you back and he holds you back up. What did they do to you? Who did this?
So okay. I'm trying to go off some notes, but
And
I
he
think
turns around and holds you up to the bar and goes, "Who did this?"
Hi.
Everyone's just sort of looking, and like one person leaves. Kyrie goes, "Bullbug," and he goes and sets you back down.
I think it was a Medusa. All I remember was that what the hell happened to Dengren? I look at
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Bullbug turns and looks at Euphemian, just this sort of ferocity.
We're okay to now, right?
The oath should be broken at this point, or resolved.
Yeah.
And you see Bullbug. Euphemian, roll an insight check.
Insight, which I'm always good at. 10.
You see Bullbug's eyes sort of like processing something right now. And he just sort of doesn't know what to say or do. And he turns back to Callista and he says, we could, Dengren is still alive after what she did to you.
I mean, she didn't like formally do it, but I was so focused on her. I didn't even think. And then all of a sudden, the queen was looking into my eyes, and that's the last thing I remember before all of a sudden I was at a table with Lutheria, and yeah, Dengrin is a total dick, and I want her head, honestly. But
Okay.
but don't do it without me, okay?
Now,
Or
I had
me.
spoken with Quinn, just so you are aware, and I had told him that he would be welcome to stay with us. He had mentioned that they would be parting ways with Dengrin, so it is possible she may be off
She's
the ship.
leaving?
It is possible. At this point, she's helped us. She's not helped us. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but obviously I'm not the injured party in this case.
Bulbuk turns and looks at Callista, very clearly just waiting for the kill order, which he wouldn't be able to carry out right now for a lot of reasons, but like he's looking at her like, yes or no, do I whatever.
I don't want you to go anywhere, so you have to stay. Sorry. We'll find her later.
He leans over and kisses you on the forehead, and then just sits down and just like takes one of the ales in front of you, and just another.
I'll just like slowly, if it wasn't mine he took, I'll just slowly slide mine over as well.
It wasn't. It was. I'm gonna roll a die because that's really how much thought he put into it.
Praise God.
It's definitely Euphemians.
It was Euphemians, yeah. He takes Euphemians, does it, and then just
Man.
I'm sorry. And he takes Craze and puts it in front of Euphemian. Kyra goes, okay, so we're all back. And we're partying at the Satyr's Tail, not the Siren's Roost, which is fine. So what happens now?
Well, Vulcan has equipment and supplies, and I would assume that he's just about finished one of them, and we'll have the second one.
Use bridal?
I did ask for it, yes, but
Bridal?
he's completing the amulet first. Because somebody has a tendency to die, and we want to try to avoid that. Where is Cray?
Probably somewhere getting his mouth, getting him in trouble.
I don't know.
That's very likely, as a matter of fact.
Let's cut away for a minute. Cray, do you want to discuss where you are with Seema right now?
I'd like to say like at a coffee shop or something. No, probably in her bed.
His mouth is getting him into trouble.
So that would put you. She would have a place at the Colossus if you are there with her right now. Yeah, I'd say be able to get there pretty easily. If you are indisposed at the moment, then what was it?
Cast sending Euphemian at that moment.
Oh my God, I'll act it out. Believe me, I will.
I suppose I'm obligated to ask you, Euphemian, are you casting sending?
I am not. I
Okay.
don't need to interrupt that.
So I think I was going
Euphemian is
to
a
roll.
smart guy. He probably knows what's going on.
I was going to roleplay Seema and Craven's reunion, but I think that will not happen right
Just
now.
a bunch of wet slapping.
Sorry, to
God.
D&D,
Like,
guys.
it's like a black. I'm just like
Welcome,
narrating. You
welcome
hear,
to
like,
the
this.
welcome to D&D, high fantasy, folks. This is what we have all tuned in for.
Welcome to D&D. So I'm not going to do that cutaway then, which is what I was planning to do. We are going to cut back to the satyr's tail.
They did go to the Siren's Roost. That's the one.
And what was it? And Karka's, okay, so we can get the amulet. That seems good. Did we want to talk to my sister?
Do you want to talk to your sister? I do have business at the academy for myself, but
I don't think we need to. I just feel like I should ask. We don't need to. That's fine. We're fine. We don't need to.
I don't think she particularly likes us anyways, so frankly...
Oh, she loves you. She's crazy about you.
I don't believe you.
Have you ever heard you never heard her call you those pet names and stuff that she calls you?
Asshole?
She called you Euphemian.
That's not a pet name.
Do you know how long it took her to call the servants by their names? Because I'll let you know whenever she finally does. What was
I
it?
mean, she may tolerate us, but Acostas, I know, definitely hates us. And I mean, I feel like we probably should say hi to at least her, because I'm sure they've heard we're here. But I really don't want to deal with him.
She goes,
I just feel we should. I don't
want to deal with.
She kind of made me feel bad for not coming fast enough to see her when we were summoned.
Yeah,
I feel like we should see her.
She's a little bit self-involved.
In a respectful way.
In a respectful way. Love you, sis. And Bulba goes, we could see them. We could see the King of Costas too. He's
a big fan of yours.
We can see him. You just see like this sort of like sour, like dripping crimson expression on his face. What was it? But yeah, it's your guys' call. Where do you want to go? And I assume Cray will team up later. But it's your call what you want to do.
Well, like I said, I do have the academy that I have at least one small stop to.
Okay. Do you want to do that right now?
Unless somebody else has something else that they have in mind.
All right, you guys. Callista returned. We are back to the open world aspect of this game, and you guys are at like the default hub. Like I have no nudging to do for where you should go.
Let's go rest our Pokemon, load up on our potions.
That Valis thing wasn't even like a hint. That was just literally what Cairo would say in character. But yeah, so we can bring Euphemian to the camp by yourself or with everybody.
I do have the books in the bag of holding, so
yeah.
Unless you want to carry them in your arms, I can go with.
I mean, I'm okay to have either if you want to come with, or if you want to do your own thing. If Callista wants to reunite with Kyra and Bullbug, or that's certainly up to you.
That's the after hours.
Callista is absolutely getting shit-faced. Like, she is going drink for drink with Bullbug as long as she possibly can.
That's not going to end well. I'm not even going to let you roll for that. That's just not going to end well.
I think they're here for a while, Euphemian. I think we can go to the academy and pick these guys up on the way back.
Yeah. So Euphemian and Kiki, Euphemian, you guys are at the academy. Euphemian, what do you want to do first when you get there?
Well, we're going to go to the library.
Okay. You two get to the library. And when you get there, I think quite a few people, fanboys and fangirls, are very interested in seeing Euphemian and Kiki, especially Euphemian, who they just immediately, from like signing books and scrolls to just wanting to tell him adventures, to just a couple people flat out asking him the correct answers to certain philosophical conundrums.
Oh, wait, really quick. Really quick.
Mhm.
Before they leave, I do want to cast Aid on them.
Okay.
Okay.
But
They're
like
aided.
really sloppily. So y'all have 5 your hit point maximum increases by 5 for the next 8 hours.
But she's drunk, so it's like 3.5 instead.
Perfect.
I don't have to be conscious, it just lasts.
I'm glad to have y'all together. So thank you, Fatima. Fatima, I see that you've already made a clip for us. Thank you. So yeah, you get to the library and you have all these people here adoring you. What do you want to do?
I am going to ask for an audience with the High Archivist. I'm going to go see my boss.
Okay. I try to remember the boss's name because I have the list here, but I don't remember. I believe your his name was Atreus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you would meet Atreus, and he would see you and just say, "Oh, Euphemian, welcome back. I take it your quest is going well. I've heard many stories, some of which I imagine are true."
I try to keep as many of them true as possible, but you know how stories go.
Yes.
It's to that effect, actually, that I was hoping to speak with you. In our travels, we did find some things of rather import, and I feel like perhaps they should bypass the usual progress of document retrieval. I wouldn't want to see these get lost.
I see. Please continue.
I'm going to go through and signal to Kiki to pass me the books.
Miss Kiana, hello.
Big books, I suppose. You said they were like big encyclopedias.
I think yeah.
Okay, so then I will pull out one at a time, and I'll just kind of
I don't
half
understand
acknowledge.
because I don't understand what these, and then he's like trails off as he's like sifting through the books and like the covers and everything and looking at him. Goes, oh
We found
my,
rather an important library, and unfortunately we weren't capable of staying there for too long. We
I've
were
heard
able to
about this
retrieve some.
library. I've heard about this. There's rumors, and some of Sidon's men have told us about this. I never thought that I'd get to see it. I never compromised my own values to be able to. He's hoarded so much. These are incredible.
No, there's 9 books.
Thank you. I will have these preserved and their contents transcribed and then locked away. It'll take ages. It'll take months, but yes. How can we repay you?
Well, for the moment, gold would probably do best.
Okay. What are you? I can. Just is 1,000? Would that suffice?
That should be sufficient, yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, Fatima. He did burn one on the twice 9 instead of 10, and he goes. Yeah, yes, I'll get that to you right away. Absolutely. We have an emergency. We have coffers for emergencies, and I think this qualifies. He goes and brings you back a small oak case, 2 small oak cases, each with 500 gold in them, or 50 platinum. I think that's cleaner.
Okay.
I don't like platinum, but that just makes sense in this instance. He looks and goes, and this is between us, correct? The three of us?
I haven't mentioned to anyone else.
Okay.
Although, I would consider it a personal favor if, once they were transcribed and taken care of and documented as it should be, that in as much as possible they were made available for people to consult.
Absolutely. This knowledge should be for everybody. I just have to keep them safe. Any one of these. Do you know how valuable any one of these books is?
I have an idea.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a lot of work to do. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Of course not. This all I need for now.
Thank you.
I do have a question,
Mhm.
if you don't mind.
Yes.
The last time that we were here, we had brought you a sample of the basilisk venom. Have you had any luck in producing any more anti-petrification potions?
Oh, yes, it takes some time, but we've been able to produce it very slowly. We've made we have about 2 doses so far that we're saving for an emergency. Is something wrong?
No. Just wanted to be certain that they were being handled appropriately and as necessary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. If you need them, let me know. Okay, I have much to do. And he calls some of his most trusted assistants and then almost immediately forgets you guys are there. This puts you guys back on the world map unless there's anything else you want to do.
As we're walking out, I'm just gonna not loudly ask Euphemian, what kind of information was in those books, anyways.
Just lost information, really. What kind of things would have been in there? Just, information.
Honestly, it would have been the first-hand accounts of what happened at the war, what happened in the years afterwards, research about what Thylia was like before the traveler races came in, like shit ton of prequel stuff, really, to be blunt. Maybe some maybe some books documenting information about the lands outside of Thylia, which aren't that relevant to this campaign, but do exist.
And like an old edition of Lord of the Rings, because every
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Also just a tome about a faraway land and a cruel dictator perpetually chasing his love, and it's just like this always just seems to show up now and again.
Tale as old as time.
It is our signature. So what was I gonna say? Fatima, I love that idea. I should do a one shot that takes place during the war.
Yeah.
I should do that.
That would be fun.
So, you guys, what does everybody want to do? Because I think as long as you guys are back out there, it's anybody's call equally.
So,
Party the night away, hang out, go punch King Acostus in the dick.
I think we're halfway there. Might as well go pay our respects to Valis. We don't need to make a scene of it. Just, hey, we're in town. Just stopping by on the way through.
Show of hands, who's going to be there for that?
I'm hoping that Cray would hopefully be able to somehow find them.
Okay. Yeah, we can reunite you guys pretty easily. Like, just put it every couple hours. So if all 4 of you are there, you guys would arrive at the palace. I think that by the time you get there, Valis looks so incredibly covered in all this wonderful, beautiful, like gold and silver and blue makeup, and just like this headdress and this gown and everything. And like it's clear she spent like at least 5 hours getting into this thing. And she's at the council, and some people are touching up her makeup, and then they leave, and she goes, and as you walk in, she goes, I am humbled that you at last made time to come visit me. You must be weary. Good afternoon to each of you.
Hi, Valis.
Callista.
You look really pretty today. Has anyone told you that you look super pretty?
Thank you. It's always nice to hear.
He's drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, just like leaning on Bulbug.
Bulba goes, Your Majesty, and just make a dexterity saving throw. Callista.
I live for this. Consequence my actions. Where are my abilities? Okay, that's a 17.
Okay, you're fine. Bulbug kneels abruptly to Valis, and you catch yourself without falling. And Valis says, I see that you're returned mostly unharmed.
Side
There
effects of the potion.
Very happy.
Valis looks Euphemian up and down with side effects of the potion, and she's like, she kind of looks at you, and the look in her face is like, I know that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit. I appreciate what you're doing, and we're going to keep this going.
And that's exactly the same vibe I would have
Yeah.
been, beaming to her through my mental powers.
Yeah, she looks at you and just goes, I hope she recovers soon.
I'm gonna like look over at Euphemia and I'm gonna lean over to Kara and be like, I thought it was the alcohol.
1 second.
What I wouldn't give for silence right now.
I was just about to say, what was it? Allie, suddenly you're in a silent sphere, by the way. That's what I was actually looking up. Kyra just goes,
Continuing to talk. Didn't notice.
there is no way in hell Kyra's showing up to Valis with her drunk girlfriend. She'll burn out another miracle if she has to.
I would
Valis
like
raises an eyebrow to Kyra. So go on.
I was just throughout this I wasn't really paying attention because I was rifling through my bag, and I, without looking at her as I'm still going through my bag, I'm like, with your permission, Valis, I'd like to present to you a gift. And then I will pull out one of the apples from the Golden Heart Island, the tree of Mitros, and I will come present her the apple, and I will tell her that it is from Mitros, because that is her mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, I misremembered. Okay, and I'll just kind of, I don't know, I thought you might want to have one.
And you hand it to her, you said?
I do.
You hand it to her, she takes it, she reaches for it, she puts her hand on it and thinks for a second and just, thank you, Kiana. And she takes her other hand and puts it on top of yours and says, thank you, Kiana.
I'll kind of look at her, but I kind of also want to avert my eyes, but like, I kind of want to say thank you, but like, I'll just kind of do a quick little nod.
And she takes the apple and sets it down on her throne, on the chair of her throne, and moves her arm back to make space for it. And says,
oh, and one of the golden leaves too. I don't think I had given her one of those yet.
You provide that, and she says, thank you. She takes this, puts the apple on the leaf, and says, I trust your quest goes well. Do you falter?
So much falter as, let's say, just the hindrance of the travel time to get to our destinations. As wonderful as the Dryad is to have, it's still quite a lengthy process to get there. Don't want to run out of time, kind of thing.
You have
It's going.
nearly 50 days. How much time do you need?
Well, at least 3 days travel per island.
Are you requesting assistance?
No, just hoping that you understand the difficulties.
You don't
you
need to hope that I
aware?
understand.
We're trying.
Continue to do that. What did you say, Craven?
Oh, just making you aware.
You're back? Where did you come from?
Hey.
You came in a
listen.
moment ago. It was very
I
quiet.
very quiet, unless my mouth goes. But you know, my queen.
Craven.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Why can't Callista talk?
Oh. I have to imagine that she'd only be doing the only reason that she wouldn't be able to talk is if someone is afraid that she would say something extremely foolish or embarrassing.
Can I tell they're
Oh.
talking about me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because in silence, I looked it up.
Mhm.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No, you can't hear anything. Yeah, they're looking at you though. But
Just wait.
Just add Craren.
Yeah. Hi.
Well, we don't want to take too much of your time. We simply wish to pay our
appreciate that.
respects while we were here.
we are all doing our best for what's to come. Some of us have different methods and means and thoughts as to what is best to assist. Some of us have seen fit to withdraw and attend their own goals towards this end. But I suppose it can be said that we all want the same thing in the end. It would be truly terrible if somebody had some goal in mind besides the salvation of Thylia, if something else distracted them with their motivations. And I am glad to know that that's not the case.
You can rest assured that there's nothing on my mind more than the salvation of Thylia.
I don't doubt your mind, Euphemian. Thank you for visiting, and thank you for the tribute from the previous victory, as well as... And she sort of gently strokes the apple and says, do you prefer Kiana or Kiki?
Kiki, if that's okay with you.
Of course it is. Craren, Kiki, Euphemian, Callista. She enunciates this one. Callista. I wish you well. Kyra sort of curtsies. Are you guys leaving or want to do anything else?
I don't have anything else here.
Callista.
As we walk out and I get outside of the silent spell effects, I just have like a moment of like patting my pockets down, and then I pull out one of the cards that has Valis on it, and then I kiss it and leave like a big lipstick mark. And then because the sphere is 20 feet, I'm gonna Misty step to the other side of it close to Valis and just kind of hand it up to her.
When you Misty step over, she sits upright. And she goes, thank you. Thank you.
Smells the alcohol.
Yeah. Just wrinkles her nose a little bit, goes, I hope that the poison wears off soon.
And I do like a really dramatic curtsy. And then I like run back out to catch up to everybody else.
While they're leaving, she goes, Kyra. And Kyra turns and goes, yes. She goes, thank you for watching out for them. She says, you too. And just leaves. You guys are outside now. Is there anywhere else you want to go?
Well, I suppose the question is, where do we want to go from here?
Do we just go, or do we have to wait?
If
Well,
you want to... Sorry. That's not my question. You guys...
I was just going to say, I want to go pay a visit to, I think his name was Ias, the meat man, and get some good meats.
He's in Astoria. You can.
Crap.
Well, that'll bring us closer to Vulcan,
Forge.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
in
it?
retrospect, we probably didn't need to get the courier, because we're gonna have to go over there to get the fucking amulet anyway.
Get started about it.
I'm working on it while we're
it's
traveling
kind
there.
of nice to,
Maybe-
pull your weight a little bit and be like, yo, do this for me too, thanks.
You imprisoned one of our beeps, dude. You owe
Yeah.
us, so
Thanks.
Before we leave town, I want to swing by Bubbles and Bits, Cockerbees.
Yes.
Yes!
I
Let's
want
go to that store!
jewelry.
All right. You
I
get to
will definitely be tagging along with that.
You get to Cockerbee's Baubles and Bits, and when you get in there, just immediately running across the one of the shelves, you see Cockerbee himself, the little gnome, coming up and going, "Oh my gosh, it's the Heroes of Prophecy! Hello, good to see each and every one of you." And him, "Oh, you look so good." He looks up at Bulbug, and he's like, "You look fantastic and fashionable." And he's, "Thanks." And he goes, and Kyra, the goddess, my muse. I have to tell you that. And he turns and looks at you, Euphemia, and you say something?
You cut out for just a second there.
Oh, sorry. He
That was me.
he looks at Bulbug and goes, "Oh, so fashionable." Bulbug's flattered, and he goes, "Oh, and Kyra, oh, second favorite of the gods. I have to tell you, absolutely phenomenal." And she goes, "Oh, thank you. Can I ask who's the second? Or who's the first?" And he goes, "Oh, and he gets flustered, realizing his mistake, and he goes, "Oh, well, I mean, no offense. It's just and he gestures to the story. He goes, "I work in beautiful things." And she goes, "Oh, okay, it's a nice store." And she just sort of starts to walk around.
I slam my hand down on the table and I say, "What are you implying?"
He goes, "Not. It's just the Valis is known for her beauty."
He's the most beautiful god. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you still drunk?
Yes.
And Cockerbee goes,
Dude, I was
Oh.
nuts from Bulbug. I'm drunk for the next 3 hours.
Bulbug's almost tipsy, yeah. And he goes, "Well, you obviously she is. Kyra, forgive me. I misspoke. Goddess of music and beauty." And Kyra goes, "No, it's fine. I know.
I would have thought Vulcan was the god of crafts.
And he goes, "Yeah, but he's a little odd. I'm sorry. I am so sorry." And Kyra turns around and goes, "No, that one's good." He goes, "Okay, what can I
He's
get
like,
anybody
you're
today?
talking about my family.
What would you like today? What can I get any of you whatsoever at a discount?"
I'm
Oh.
looking for. Do you have anything in mind, Tammy?
I can wait.
I am looking for a locket, preferably gold. And I am looking for some kind of pendant, preferably with Kyra's symbol on it.
He would be able to get you both of those things. He would have both of those separately pretty easily. I'd say a locket would be about 10 gold. Kyra's symbol would be about 5 gold. Only because symbols of the gods are so like commonly produced, and a locket's more of a specialty item. But absolutely, he would be able to get you both of those for 15. He's like, yes, I can absolutely, I can get that, and for you, I can cut them in half. I can get you 7 for both of them, and the most beautiful goddess in the world. And she goes, you're just saying that. Thank you.
And then like stage whisper, I'm gonna be like, do you have any like really nice hairpins, like maybe with pearls in them, or like
I have I can get you pearl hairpins. I can get you 2 or 3. I can make you a new one. If you want to come back in a week, I will have another person.
No, just what you have just right now. We're in a hurry. I mean, we're not in a hurry, but like I can't stick around for days.
Is it a fashion emergency?
I mean, you said it, not me.
And he runs out and just comes back. He comes back with a single pearl hairpin, and he goes, "Okay, this one is what I've got. I'm honored to help the heroes and the most beautiful goddess." And Bulbug goes, "You keep saying that, but I thought that Valis was known for her beauty." And Kyra turns around, and Bulbug just sort of looks at Kyra with like this big grin on his face. And
Don't
Holly's
say
having
things like that, dude. That's how you get smoked.
And Carefree comes back. He's got this pearl hairpin. This hairpin, very ornate. All kinds of I'm gonna say like sky, like sort of clouds and sun and sort of sun symbols on it. And it's got the pearl on it and the teeth and just golden teeth. Yeah, and he'd sell to you for 8.
Okay. And then last thing, I'm looking for 4 very simple bracelets.
Oh, yes.
Or
That's
Either
what are they made out of?
Preferably gold, no, bronze.
Yeah, bronze. That's nothing. That's 5 silver apiece.
Hell yeah. So
That's not. I don't have to roleplay looking for that.
gold.
That's just the thing.
2 gold plus 8 gold plus 14 gold, right?
Yes.
16 math. 24 is how much I owe him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him. Well, I don't know. I'll wait till he's done with Kiki, but I'll do that.
So what was I gonna say? Yeah. Kiki, what did you want to get?
While this was happening, I will have been looking in his display cases, not listening to what she's buying or anything like that. And I'm going to ask him where he has his pearls.
Yes. Oh, pearls. Yes. I have several. We're by the sea. We have a lot of this. They're very beautiful. You know. Oh, you have good taste. I'm sure you do. Of course you do. You're you. He goes, all right, 1 second. I will get you my bits. And he runs back, and he comes back and brings out this small little box with like this very small box with like a collection of them like lined up in case. They're in different sizes. And he goes, all right, well, here's my box and bits. What interests you?
I want real pearls.
Yes, of course.
A real quality mana, okay, pearls.
Yes. Give me. He's thinking for a second. Give me 1 second. And he goes, yeah, I can get you these absolutely beautiful, wonderful. And he goes, is this for jewelry?
It is for. Yes, I do have plans for them. And
I crafted
just
what do you want? Do you want a
know-
bracelet? Do you want an earring? Do you want a pearl necklace? What do you want?
Just so that you know, I will kind of move over one of the straps of my dress,
Mm-hmm.
and I will pull out my mother's brooch, because I'm from Manakay, so I know the quality. I can't be duped. I would like to have your Manakay. See what you have of Manakay pearls. As you can tell, this is a genuine one. I won't
Mhm.
accept anything lesser quality than that.
Let me see. 1 second. He goes
Actually, I'll
through.
hold it like this in front of him.
He looks through, and let me double check something.
Like your top shelf pearls that you don't sell to the normal clientele.
I'm gonna say he looks through, and he says, he goes, if you're looking, he goes, I have, what was it? He says, I have about, I think I have, looks through, and I think I mentioned Rose and Rose, and he has like 16 of them, and he goes, if you're looking for the high quality sizes, and he pulls out his little glass, he looks, he goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. I only have 4 that are probably perfect.
Only 4 Manichae pearls.
I can look for more. I can put out a call for more. I have connections. It would just take a little bit of time. I can send you a message whenever I have
As I
them.
readjust the sapphire he had given me there in my cleavage, I'm like, here, I thought you would have had like an amazing selection of these.
I can because I will find it. He goes, give me a minute. Roll we're gonna do a luck roll. We're gonna do a straight luck roll. I'm gonna roll 1d20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just a straight one, D20.
Get Lady Luck into this campaign too.
Yeah. Guidance. Just kidding.
20.
Nat 20.
It's fate.
He goes, well, Miss Kiana. And he sort of climbs up on the thing and motions for her to lean in forward. He goes, I have rare antiquities that I tend to sell to more discerning clientele that are extremely precious and valuable. And sometimes people come in and they want, the thing is, people say they want Manichae pearls, but what they really want is to feel like they own Manichae pearls. There is a difference, a small difference that you can only see with a microscope. And he goes, but if what you want is not to, I suppose I could help you out with that. I can tell you from my reserve.
You're
Keep
fading
dropping
out
out.
because you're speaking low.
He goes, I can sell you at a reserve. I have, I can sell you, I can have a collection of about 10 more at about 20 gold apiece.
Your audio quality just changed like
Or
a
it
tad
dropped?
before. I think you might have.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
switched
better now?
inputs.
Is it
No.
restored now? Oh, no.
Muted. Like sound, not.
In a tube.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what
There
happened.
you are.
He goes, I can get you the Manichae pearls. From the reserve. I don't sell them just to anybody. High-end people. I have a client, Okeanos, who's bought a couple. But also I can sell them to you. Is 20 gold a piece okay?
So the ones here, are they the Manichae pearls? Or are these extras that he's finding?
These are 4. These are 4, and he goes, but I do have my reserve. He goes, can you come with me for a moment? And he sort of scampers into the back room.
I'll raise my eyebrow and I'll just kind of look around, and then I will go. I'll still carry the case that he brought out because I don't want to just leave it there. But I will follow him.
You follow him, and he goes into this back room that's completely like almost pitch black, and he moves his fingers, and there's these blue light fairy lights hitting different torches in the room, and you see all of these finely crafted jewels, necklaces, brooches, tiaras, and then all along in the middle, like in the middle row, you have all those, and then above and below, collections of fine stones and jewels and pearls and all these things. And he says,
Roll for initiative.
this is my collection for high-end clientele. I don't like to let people know that I have it because they tend to rob me. See, they tend to punch me in the head when they know what I have, and I don't like that. So there's a limit to how much I let people know that I have, and I only keep a small amount of high-quality things out in the front at a time. But if you are purchasing in good faith and will not kill me in the head, then I can sell you some of these if you'd like. Take a look, and you see like this row of like, I'm gonna say like 20 of these on the back wall.
Okay, so what I was wanting to do.
You rolled a net
is-
20. Is 20 sufficient for what you're doing?
It's
Okay.
more than what I needed because I was
Mhm.
gonna take those 4 mana K pearls that he has anyways.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so I definitely want to take the 4 mana K pearls. And does he have, let's say, some settings that don't have stones in them yet? Like, let's say, a couple brooches that don't have anything in it that I'd be
There
able
aren't
to.
anything. To be very literal, there's nothing in the back room that has that, but he has those in supply elsewhere. Like
Oh,
this is
okay.
like this room is basically his gallery for the
Yeah.
people that bring the big bucks. But he would have that elsewhere.
Okay. Is there? Just because now I had already decided that I wanted those 4 mana K pearls that he'd already shown me out there, anyways. But now that I'm here, and I'm seeing sparklies here, is there a? I just want to find a very pretty ring with a purple stone that'll match my dress that Euphemia got me.
Absolutely. He can have one of
I
those
will
with an
take that.
amethyst. Yeah.
Yep.
We will work out the price in a minute in the Discord after this session, but you can absolutely get you that. And he goes, oh, those carry great significance. Miss. And he looks at you like this glowing. He goes, yes, I will get that for you. And he climbs up on a little step ladder, gets you this, brings it over to you. And he gives it to you. He almost gives it to you like almost with the physicality, like it's an offering. And I will get you the price in a minute about this. But he goes, is there anything else that you require?
No,
There's one thing that I would like, if I may.
I will get back to you, but Kiki's in the room with him by one-on-one.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
No, I think I will take these 4 mana K pearls here, and then I'll just look at what you have as options for settings for brooches that we can set them in.
Absolutely.
And that'll be it for me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Miss, and you're always welcome back here as long as you tell me and you don't violently rob me to get here.
I won't.
Could I
And he-
take? Oh, sorry.
No problem. He leads you. I want to say it's starting to get dark, by the way, but go on.
I was just going to say, like, I'll pull Callie aside. I'm pretty sure she's still kind of drunk, but I'm like, Cal, when you have a minute and we have some time, you want to come visit me?
Visit you where?
I don't know. Where are we sleeping?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, well, wherever we're safe. I think we're gonna go back to the boat, think.
Okay.
Or, we could see your rich dude guy friend, maybe. I don't know. But, I don't know. Just come see me later, hey?
Okay.
Okay.
Euphemian, what would you like to do?
I would like to replace the gem that I sent off for crafting. I would like to purchase, if possible, a gem with around a market value of 300 gold.
Yes, I can do that. Yes, absolutely. Is this you can message me what this is for privately. so that I'm on
It's
the same
just
page.
a spell component, so.
Yes, I can absolutely do that for you. Yes, we have a certain rare gems. I'll see if I have something remaining in the back room. And he turns and he walks by Kiki, and as he walks by Kiki, he goes, "Why does everybody want in the back room all of a sudden? I could watch my head." And he just you would be able to purchase something pretty simply.
Okay. I'll
Is there anything else you guys want to do
buy
here?
that. I don't have anything else here.
All right. You
He
guys want
doesn't
to
have
keep
any
going?
more scrolls, right? Like, is that where
He
you got
doesn't
the
sell
scrolls
scrolls.
for him? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Is there
I
any?
didn't tell you how much I paid him.
How much?
So if it costs 24 total, I want to give him 30 gold.
Wonderful, thank you. He is very grateful. He's thank you, Miss Callista. And again, my apologies for offending you. And he gestures towards Kyra, and Kyra goes, "It's okay, you'll learn." He says,
And then while he's standing there, I just like put the Kyra symbol necklace on so that it's just like sitting right front and center on my chest. And I just like, thank you.
"You're welcome." Is this getting dark? Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I wanted to go back to Letheria's temple to get more wine, but only if there was time.
Any other calls? Reed, did you have something?
No, I was just gonna say I'm ready to go. Call
As
it
we're
night.
leaving, each of you take a bracelet.
Oh.
I got us matching bracelets.
Oh boy.
Freya and you get wine. Where are you guys sleeping for tonight?
I'm okay with the boat.
Mm-hmm. And you guys,
Are we planning to leave tonight or?
No, I don't think so. We've got to stick around. We're probably gonna have to go up to the Mithril mines to get the amulet.
Okay, I'll probably get a room at the Siren's Roost then.
Oh, I see. The Siren's Roost. Okay. And Reed, you sleep on the ship. Kiki, where are you going to sleep?
I'll follow and then go to the ship as well.
Your nights pass. You pass into sleep peacefully. The party reunited and immediately separated by various celebrations.
Oh wait, was I supposed to talk to Craven?
Oh well, that's
Yep.
okay. Cray's probably
Tomorrow morning.
he's probably like, well, if she's gonna go off, I'm gonna go and
I'll meet you for mimosas tomorrow.
yeah. He'll be like, I'll just meet you guys later. You all know where he's going.
I palm Cray the locket.
Nice. 1 second.
Just a gift for your gal.
And what was it?
Now you have a locket,
And
Jen.
Thank you. I'm writing it all down.
you guys all go to sleep. Each of you, when you dream,
Oh, I don't sleep.
you don't sleep? Okay.
I will not, just as an assumption from now on, unless otherwise specified, I will not be sleeping. I will spend my night reading through and working on my Book of Shadows.
Wonderful. Reed, you awake in the middle of the night on the ship, empty, and the town, the city of Mitros, empty. Only sound you hear is the ocean waves. You are by yourself. Before I do anything else, you can take any action you'd like.
I'm just going to look around. Alright, out with it then.
And you feel a presence behind you. Do you turn around or stand? We're facing the same way.
I'm gonna continue sort of draping over the like the gunnel of the ship, looking out over the city.
And you hear this voice, familiar
Will you join
voice
me?
that's... Lutheria says, the fates haven't come for Okeanos.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
It seemed the polite thing to say.
I have questions for you, Cleon. Answer them.
Would you do me
Who-
the honor of answering one of my questions then, once we're done?
Ask your question.
You speak very much of wanting honesty in all things, brutal honesty, savage honesty.
Yes.
And yet, when I look at how much that we have accomplished, I can't help but feel that the way that we're doing things is stronger. Why do you oppose this so? If this is the way that is best for me, that makes me
I
the
understood
most
the question. I understood the question.
Why is this not honest to what I am?
I've seen your ways. I've seen where they lead. And I've heard the suffering and the wailing and the horrors. And you want to be true to yourself because you think that there's a heroic self to you, Cleon. But you did not know whether Okeanos would live or suffer cruelly for what happened. You turned on him like a beast, and I resent the dishonesty in that, because that facade is what led to Cleon. I am tired of people that refuse to be who they truly are. Does that answer your question?
For the moment.
Well, I am glad that I can satisfy your curiosity. Now answer something of mine. Who are you? What did you do to get here? And why is there a snarl in your soul? And that is where we'll end this session.
Okay.
Thank you guys for coming.
What?
I've been waiting to say that line.
I love that. Why is there a snarl on your soul? That should be in a shirt.
Oh, we have things to discuss next session.
Oh, I bet.
Thank you guys for coming to this stream. Thank you. Again, I'm still throwing my GM hat out there. If anybody wants to join the campaign, feel free to send me a message. I'll put the link in there again. I'm running more campaigns. I will run Odyssey of the Dragonlords. I will run Curse of Strahd for you guys, whatever you want. Anything else you guys want to say before we close out for tonight?
Tell me
Why-
now.
Fair. No.
Why is there a snarl on Euphemian soul?
Oh, I'm excited.
I love it. He's
Um,
actually the bad guy.
I always am.
Well, you know.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's
How
awesome.
great would that be if I just suddenly revealed he was a jerk? Like he was on Team Bad Guy.
Can't be Cray. Are you kidding? He's busy getting some summer on.
That's amazing. I love this. All right, well, thank you guys. We're gonna be back Monday next week, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Roll for Roll. Please be sure to give us a follow, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all of that. We got more to cover. We got more to happen with Euphemian, with Callista, with Kiki, with Krayer Rin. Thank you all very much. You all have a wonderful evening.
We love you guys. Thank you for joining.
Thanks so
Wow.
much. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Oh shit! I forgot to give you guys your. Or is the stream still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
I forgot to give you guys. I got so caught up in like the role play. I forgot to give you guys your in character New Year's gift, and I can't. I don't want to bring it next session. Basically, Kyra gave you guys. I wanted to do this. I'll do this off camera now. Kyra's giving you guys New Year's poppers.
Yes.
Just those poppers. As a reaction, you can impose disadvantage on somebody once each, and they're a one-time use, or you can just use them celebratory. I meant to tell you, I don't want to bring it. I want to bring it on the New Year session, but I forgot to do it at the right time. So here it is. I've had that note at the top of my page.
So disadvantage on what?
You can inflict disadvantage on one person's roll once as a reaction, and then it uses
Okay.
up the item.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love
Don't
it.
save
It
it
would
for
be
the final boss
distracting in
titles.
the middle of a battle. Wait.
Exactly.
Oh,
As
geez.
one does.
All right, that's it for me.
That's
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.